is Embiid, Jokic, Giannis at third, Steph Curry
Giannis
at fourth.
said 9, just to jump in, Giannis said 9 first place votes.
Giannis had 9 first place votes. Steph Curry had 1 first place vote and was fourth. Chris Paul had 2 and was fifth. And then the other guys to receive votes, Ja Morant and DeMar DeRozan were 6th and 7th, pretty close behind Chris Paul. Those
Here
7
comes
guys.
Ja Morant. Here comes Ja Morant. He didn't have any votes.
But he sat out last night and they won again.
That's right.
Tyus Stones, as they call him, the best backup point guard in the league.
He had a great game at 27-9 last night against the Pelicans. John DeRozan, those 7 guys were the only ones who got better than a 5th place vote. They were pretty clearly the top 7 guys. Kevin Durant got a handful of votes. Luka got a couple, and Devin Booker and Jimmy Butler each got 1 to round out the voting. But it was primarily 7 guys for 5 spots, and it was primarily 3 guys for the top 3 spots. And I think to Tim's point about the standings, Chris Paul, I think from a narrative standpoint, has the case that you would typically have in the past, right? Guy who's maybe considered the best player on the best team.
Well, he's got the Steve Nash case for sure.
Yes, but his stats, I think, ultimately just aren't good enough, and the Suns are enough of an ensemble cast that I think it's going to be hard for him to really generate enough support, I think, to win that award. Unless, I mean, if the Suns go like 68-14, maybe by the end of the year he can do it.
Well,
I think it's going to be hard.
The argument for Chris Paul is best record, like the absolute most dominant clutch player in the league by far. You know, leadership. You look at what the Suns were before him, what they've been since him. I didn't put him on my ballot. I did certainly consider him. I ended up going Ja Morant at 5th. But, you know, there's a case. I just don't think it's enough of a case to get up with Embiid and Jokic and Giannis.
So I think that the fact that you have the team with the best record in the league not having a clear candidate, I think to your point about this being an odd year in the standings, I think that impacts things a little bit. And then if you just look at how the standings of both conferences are, a lot of these teams, like you said, have had injuries. The Sixers haven't had Ben Simmons. The Nuggets haven't had those guys. Milwaukee's had guys in and out of the lineup. Miami doesn't have a clear candidate. They're first in the East. You know, Chicago, I think DeMar DeRozan might have had a stronger case for as great as he's played, but with all the injuries the Bulls have had, they've not been able to really get the separation that I think
he was on my ballot. He was on my ballot.
Well, no, I mean to be at the top of it. Like he got on a lot of ballots, but like if the Bulls had stayed healthy and stayed on the same pace they were at and say they were maybe 5 or 6 games up on the rest of the conference, which they had a chance to do without these injuries, and DeMar was playing the way he's playing, which is absolutely out of control. He's scoring like 40 points a night on crazy efficiency every game. He's playing great.
By the way, Nikola Vucevic, who like we kind of called out on this pod when Caruso and Ball went down and said, hey, time to start stepping up. He has stepped up. He's been awesome for the last 3 weeks. Awesome.
Yep. No, he's been great. So, you know, the fact that the Bulls have stayed in the mix, it's allowed DeMar to keep getting some votes. I just think it's kept him from breaking into that top 3. And also, frankly, Embiid, Jokic, and Giannis are having truly insane statistical seasons. Yeah. And I just think it's going to be very difficult to break into that category no matter how well you're playing.
Let's talk about Embiid for a minute. So Kirk Goldsberry pointed this out. He is leading the league in scoring right now.
No, he's not. Giannis overtook him last night by putting up 50. Yeah, it's 29.4 for Giannis, 29.3 for Embiid. But
well done. Well done.
Thanks for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming sports and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.